Let's ask Michigan Congresswoman Lisa McClain. Congresswoman, good morning to you. What do you make of the United States' response to this situation? Yesterday, President Biden announced sanctions against Vladimir Putin, Sergei Lavrov, but it was only after the EU announced those same sanctions themselves. So are we leading from behind here?
The short answer is yes. I mean, we used to be the world leader, and the world used to look up to the United States. And remember, Biden ran on, he was going to get America back into the good graces with everyone and unify everyone. He's done anything but. We're a day late and a dollar short on everything. We don't lead. I can't even say we follow to a good extent. This is probably the weakest administration that I know I've seen in my lifetime. Weakness breeds aggression. And in my opinion, what I see is an extremely weak president that is not leading. And in times of crisis, we have to lead. I mean, we would have been better off, no matter what Biden said, to do the opposite. I mean, let's think about this for a minute. The first day he got in office, he shut down the Keystone Pipeline. It's not like we don't use oil anymore. We just don't use our oil. We now use Soviet Union's oil. We have now emboldened them and empowered them to import oil to us while they're fighting a war. Yeah. Explain to me how that makes sense. We went from energy independent to energy dependent. That's weakness.
But Congresswoman, according to your colleague, Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, Biden's response has been brilliant. Is this what brilliance looks like to you?
Well, maybe for Nancy Pelosi, this is what brilliance looks like, because she might have a little dementia going as well. But I think if you ask the American people and you ask the Ukrainians, they would definitely have a different opinion right now. And what I'm curious on is it so brilliant, and it must be done, that Ukraine's probably not going to take over Kiev, right? They're probably, it's so brilliant, they're probably reconsidering, and they must be retreating right now. I've never met an administration that is so out of touch.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think that during times of, an international security crisis, everybody always roots for the president of the United States to make the right decisions. And that's really what this debate is about, whether he's making the right or wrong ones. Well, the White House is asking Congress for $6.4 billion for Ukraine, for the Ukraine crisis. Do you think that amount of money will get approved?
I don't know. We'll see when we go back next week in session. I'm concerned about two things. One, I want to know where the money's going to go, because last I checked, we have severe issues in our country as well, whether it be inflation, whether it be a labor shortage, supply chain shortage. Gas is, going to be $4 here pretty quick. But I also want to see what other pork they put in and try and hide in this bill. So before I make a recommendation, I actually would like to have a chance to see where the money's actually going to go. That's probably my biggest concern.